When Alexa Bliss was a goddess, she had one of the best women runs ever. Bro, some of y'all forget how good Alexa was. She dominated every brand she was on, she cooked some of the best wrestlers in this generation, and she was cooking everyone on the mic. Bro, she was a menace. And that's what made me love her. So let's get into the goddess run. The first time I got to see Alexa Bliss was during the WWE draft in 2016. This was around the time I started watching WWE again, and I got to see Bliss get called up from NXT. And this was an emotional moment for her. At this time, AJ Lee was my woman's GOAT, and it wasn't even close. She was the one I grew up on. Her promo work was the best, her swag was valid, and she's from Jersey. Bro, I loved her. She was my number one, and no one was close. So when I saw Alexa Bliss for the first time, I fell in love with her. She was different. She had so many cool attires, and she just had like a Harley Quinn vibe. And her promo work was already there with the best, so she became one of my favorites in seconds. She really reminded me so much of AJ Lee, and that was a great thing. In Alexa's main roster debut match, she beat one of the 4 horsewomen, Becky Lynch. This was a big win for her, and down the line, she became the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky's belt. TLC 2016, it was Becky Lynch vs Alexa Bliss in a tables match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and this was the beginning of Alexa's takeover. Alexa won the SmackDown Women's Championship, and she became unstoppable. This is when her prime hit. She used to cheat in every match, fake injuries, and do anything to get the win, and she was cooking people on the mic. She held the SmackDown Women's Championship 2 times, and she ended it by putting over Naomi at WrestleMania 33. It was a great way to enter SmackDown run. For me, it always felt like she was on SmackDown longer, but she wasn't. Cause after WrestleMania 33, Alexa arrived to Monday Night Raw, and with the quickness, she wanted some gold. Bayley had the Raw Women's Championship at this time, and Alexa was on her bullyish. She was killing Bayley on the mic, sneaking her for fun, and she took the belt from her mad quick. Bro, Alexa was in her bag, and she was levels above all the other women. And she proved that in all of her feuds. Before her second match with Bayley, we had the infamous "This Is Your Life" segment. Almost every fan hated this. Alexa was bringing all these people from Bayley's past, and she buried Bayley's hugger character in this one segment. They had her ex-boyfriend and her best friend making out in the middle of the ring. Bro, this was bad. And you would think Bayley would go over in this feud. After all the disrespect Alexa was doing to her, Bayley had to get the win, right? But nah, Alexa Bliss beat her with a kendo stick and destroyed her easily. For months, Alexa held the Raw Women's Championship, and she retained against everyone she fought, until she dropped the belt to Sasha Banks at SummerSlam 2017. This was such a great moment for Banks, and she truly deserved this big win. But sadly for her, she dropped the belt after 8 days to Alexa Bliss. Bro, I'm telling y'all, Alexa was really different, like y'all really forgot. This might be a hot take, but in 2016 and 17, Alexa was better than the 4 horsewomen. Bro, when you look back at it, prime Alexa smoked Becky, buried Bayley as the hugger, and ended Sasha Banks' 8-day reign. The only one she never beat was Charlotte. But I always liked Bliss better, and I never was a fan of Charlotte. Anyways, at this time, Alexa was a 2-time Raw Women's Champion and a 2-time SmackDown Champion, and the first to win both titles. Alexa was just out here making history, and she wasn't finna stop, cause for the first Women's Elimination Chamber match, Alexa put her title on the line in the chamber. The first chamber match was pretty good. At the end of the match, it was Banks, Bayley, and Bliss left. Bayley got betrayed by Banks, and Bliss eliminated both of them and won the first Women's Chamber. After getting one of her biggest wins in her career, she casually cut the greatest promo in her life. She was emotional, talking about achieving her dreams and winning for the little girls that look up to her. And every fan was behind her, cheering her on, telling her she deserves it. But then she just turns on us in seconds. Bro, she was such a great heel, man. Sadly, this special reign was gonna end soon. It ended at WrestleMania 34 against Nia Jax. But just cause her reign was over, didn't mean she wasn't gonna give us another legendary moment. At Money in the Bank 2018, Alexa Bliss was in a women's ladder match, and we got to see her get a big win and become Miss Money in the Bank for the first time in her career. You know, just another accolade for her. Later at this pay-per-view, we had Nia Jax vs Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. These were two wrestlers I didn't like, so I didn't care who was gonna win. But everyone knew Ronda was gonna win cause she was getting pushed to the moon. But nah, Alexa Bliss pulled up mid-match and beat both of them up. And then she gave us one of the greatest women cash-ins ever. She saved the night, bro. Going into this match, everyone thought Ronda was gonna walk out as champ. But the goddess Alexa Bliss stole her moment. And I loved all of this. Once Alexa won the championship, everyone knew this wasn't gonna end right. It's because of her feud with Ronda Rousey. We saw Ronda beat, destroy, and injure Alexa. This sucked. Even to this day, Alexa never was the same. Ronda Rousey ended the goddess. One of the greatest and underrated runs by a woman superstar. I feel like Alexa Bliss is very underappreciated. She's one of the best women wrestlers ever. She wasn't a part of the 4 Horsewomen, but in her prime, she was on their level. And I'll always be a fan of hers because she helped me stay into WWE.